All right, guys, Shotty T here. We got another video. Had a very tough versus week. Um, Underestimated the opponent, but they were super top heavy. We ended up losing to them 7-6. The Free Your Mind Alliance, like on paper, they don't look that strong, but they had a lot of high powered individuals. You see level 33s, 32s. So pretty much those people carried them to victory, scoring huge points every day. And also it probably helped that they had such a mismatch in week one. They probably just saved up all their resources for us, and because we had pretty good scores ourselves that would beat most people, but we ended up losing 7-6, and it came down to day one because that day was very killer. So good news is that we should still be in season in the gold tier once this season is over because we got a pretty easy opponent this for the same strategy, not go all out as much, just do enough to win. And then the good news is that the following week we're gonna face either 13 or 14. It's a Japanese alliance. Let's see if this. So they're somewhat top heavy. We could have a similar type of matchup next week, or we might face this alliance, which they're in server 249, the server that I came from. Now, this alliance was not the culprit into why everyone left. I mean, they kind of sat back on the fences. They were kind of neutral. So it was like, damn if you do, damn if you don't type of situation for them. Um, but they're still in that server, and so yeah, looking forward to going against them. But then again, it could be an upset next this upcoming week. But we'll be prepared for either opponent. So we'll have our hands. We'll be ready. But that's not the main purpose of this video. We are about to start a new versus week. So I want to get a couple of things out of the way. First and foremost, you guys probably saw this in prior videos, but I just never brought it up. But I did happen to get the cat skin. It's going to have some relevance in this video. Um, so during that Valentine's Day event, that was where you can get them with I think 400 or 1,000 or something of those Valentine's Day cards from that you can get from that shuffling thing. And I got lucky a few times. I got 100 out of those boxes. So because retail wise, it would have cost like $400 to get this thing. So I did spend money that week, but it wasn't quite $400 to get the cat. So I have that, and as you can see, people like to click on it just to see it dance because it doesn't dance unless somebody clicks on the base, and I'm not clicking on it right now. So somebody's having their entertainment by clicking on my base right now, which is fine. But the cat, it does several things. So let's go here. All right, all right. So the desert blessing, meow, whatever. All right. So the first thing it does is actually something pretty useful. This doesn't seem like much, but it summons the protectors. After use, it grants 10 protectors to alliance members within a 3 tile radius. Cooldown is 60 seconds, so you can do this twice, and it has an overall cooldown itself of 72 hours. So as you can see, I'm in the downtime right now. Another thing it does is something pretty funny. So I saved this for this video. I'm gonna have to turn the audio on. So I know you guys don't like the game audio and I don't like it either. But just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna show you guys, and I'll be silent after this so that way you can listen to it. But it plays just a little brief DJ type song, and then it goes back. I'm gonna just show you here.
Last war, last war, let's unite as one. Feel the beat, our hearts are blazing, blazing.
That is hilarious, man. And you can only do it 3 times, but there's a cooldown of 60 seconds, so I can do this in another minute if I wanted to. But what it does, it creates like a little rhythm beat, as you can saw. It any bases that are in the immediate vicinity, it affects. And if there are other cats, they also start DJing, as you guys saw. So That's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. But that's all jokes aside. So we are 1 week into season 3. If you've done all the right things that I showed you in the prior videos, you should be at maximum resistance by now. But you wonder, okay, now that I'm at max resistance, now what? All right, so there are a couple of things. All right, obviously max resistance means that these buildings are at level 30, which is the maximum sacred water output, 21,600 per hour. If you don't have the weekly pass, the most you can have is 4 of these, so that's 86,400 sacred water per hour. If you do have the weekly pass, then that grows to 108,000 sacred water per hour. You can go with or without it after this moving forward. I'm probably going to keep the season pass for 1 more week because I do see some potential benefit of what I'm doing next. All right, and then once this building gets to level 30, which is what you're using the sacred water to upgrade, this building becomes available, and I'm going to talk about that. So it'll come up here, and then it'll pop up in this area. Then you place it here, and this is the altar. So the altar, what it does, it increases the power, the attack, the health, and the defense of your protectors. And you're saying, okay, why do I need that if I'm already at max resistance? Well, these protectors are gonna play a huge factor the rest of the season with the upcoming trade wars or with the spice wars, which probably gonna save that for another video. But that doesn't start until another week. But there are still some things that are gonna be happening this week as well. And as you can see, the altar it requires a combination of mithril and sacred water to upgrade. So, and the higher you go, the more it's going to cost. And the sacred water is probably going to be the bottleneck resource because there's a lot more ways to get mithril at the moment. I'm pretty sure there will be other ways to get sacred water outside of the standard stuff, capturing new digs. But for the most part, that's starting to become less and less of a thing. Of course, capturing new cities, which I think we're probably capped at the moment because we kind of got blocked in. We might be able to capture one more. We'll see. Um, that's not a big deal. I know just got some people that are greedy out there, but that's all good. We got our goals in front of us still, so as long as we keep doing what we're supposed to do. So you got that there, and then you have the protector field. So another thing that the cat does, it increases your capacity to by 500. So at my protector field at level 10 was at 1250, but when I added the cat, it increased to 1750. And actually, I did upgrade this protector field to level 11, so actually the capacity is now 1800, so I can add more there now. So the protectors, they're going to come into play for sure. So I gathered quite a bit of these during server war, not server war, enemy buster this past weekend because we were trying to, because it came down to enemy buster, but they just had too many powerful people, um, and we had too many people that were unshielded, unfortunately, and we ended up losing day 6 or day 6 and losing a week. But these protectors are, I guess, a compensation for it because I did a lot of fighting, lost a lot of troops, but a lot of them converted to protectors. But this here, as you can see, there's a little bit of a space here that's not filled in yet. So I'm almost certain something special is going to happen when that fills out. I'm guessing this middle area probably turns into gold, which translates to some other feature that you unlock. So unless, I mean, if some of you guys have already gone through this, you can kind of let me know what it is. But I always like to find stuff out. Eventually, I'm pretty good about the code and stuff as they happen instead of looking ahead. But this right here, I have a feeling something's gonna happen when this gets full. So the only way this can get full is if you increase your protector field capacity. So I technically can upgrade this to level. No, I need just a little bit more sacred water to upgrade this to level 12. So that's gonna be my main focus at this point. So obviously, with the sacred water, you still have to make sure you got to get yourself to level 30 with all the mithril. Again, if you should be in an alliance where you have at least one person that has match resistance, and it doesn't matter. They can run rallies with their first squad, their third squad. It doesn't matter. They'll be able to take it down. So don't be afraid to ask for help. If you want to minimize your troop loss when you're running those rallies on your way up to the max resistance with the help of others, just want a rally of one person of your lowest health. Like if you have like a blue champ that's level one, just run a rally with that one person and then have a person that has max resistance to join the rally and you'll kill it and you'll only lose like minimal troops working your way up. So don't be afraid. Just be smart, work smarter, not harder. Don't run a full man rally when you know you're not going to kill it and you kill more troops. So just make sure you take advantage of that. So there are other ways to capture mithril that I didn't mention in other videos. So you got your um, you have your zombies, you got your doom elites, you got this. Don't forget about this. For those that are different timelines, different weeks, different every other week, you have this doomsday event. Remember, the doomsday event gives you 3 first blood kills. So what you do is just count as the highest doom elites that you can challenge. For me, it's 210 or 200. So I did two level two. I did two level 210s and I did a level 200 that was closest in my vicinity and was able to get mithril on all 3 of those. So make sure that you're taking advantage of that if you're not already farming by now, because I'm already farming for day one versus I got that out the way early on. So that's another way to gain some good amount of mithril there. Another way, which some people probably eventually figured out, which I did eventually, is the Alliance Center. Because I was thinking, yeah, you can get it from here, from your cities, and you can claim there's some output per hour for your strongholds, but the Alliance Center is a separate thing. So you go here, you click on this yellow icon, and you can gain more that way. You click on that icon, you get some more. Because once you build your Alliance Center, which again we you unlocked that early last week, and as you accumulate more spice, more levels, it just increases the level where you get more spice output per hour, which will come in huge when it comes to the Spice Wars. And then on top of that, you get mithril per hour, which at this point for us, it wasn't always this, but now it's at 34,560 mithril per hour. So imagine 24-hour days. 20, I'm not the quickest at math. I know 24 times 3 is 72. So 720,000, 24 times 4 is 960. So somewhere between, it's over 800,000. Okay. So over 800,000 mithril per day. So imagine if you haven't collected this in like a few days. You got over 2 million, 3 million in some cases, mithril that you can just collect right there. And then you can go straight. You can use that to quickly upgrade all of these buildings to get them to level 30. So, and then you just have to wait on the output production to get this to level 30, and and then ultimately you can unlock that. And of course, you can keep focusing on those 2 buildings as the season progresses. So make sure you take advantage of that. Now, once you're at level 57, how do you how do you handle levels 58, 59, and 60 with the Doom Elites? So again, um, now of course you have to be at maximum resistance yourself individually, which I was. What you would do at that point, you would have to, in order for you to take advantage of these Doom Elites that are above level 58 or level 57, is that even though it's only a 50 resistance difference, I still could not solo this thing, even though the suggested power is 25 million and my squad was like 38. That difference still, I still died. So the only way that you can do these rallies that are above level 57, unless you have like a stat roster, which most of the people watching my videos probably don't have stat rosters. The only way you can do that is if you use those protector rallies. And and if you're a person that's joining a protector rally, if the person that's running the rally can handle it, then you don't need to waste your protectors to help them out. You don't, well, you somebody has to join that rally. But what you can do if you join that rally, just join it with one troop that is protected. So instead of losing 272 protectors, you're losing like 50. So this again, work smarter, not harder. So this that to use. So you can't be selfish with your protector. They're there for a reason. One, to get you to level 60. And I had to do the same kind of tactic to get to level 60 with the individual zombies. Instead of running a 5-man, and of course these are just solo. You can only solo zombies. You can't use rallies on zombies. You have to only attack them by yourself. So what I did is once I got the max resistance, instead of running a 5-man rally, I think I ran a 4-man march without the gorilla, and it was just enough power to overcome the zombie. So I saved a few protect. Instead of using 272, it used 196. So that's an 80 protector difference, and that adds up. So make sure you get all of that to maximize your survivor, your seasons tickets, your mithril, and that way you have every source possible to get all the mithril to upgrade all your buildings. So that is how you progress after you maximize your resistance. So this is phase one. Phase two, which we're going to talk about in another video, was a trade war that started a couple of days ago, and you have the spice war that's coming up a from week from reset, and the factions are coming back, just like it was in season two when we had the